The silver ship floated above Earth like a giant metal whale. Inside, Ambassador Crix adjusted his purple robes and looked at his reflection. His blue skin shimmered under the lights. 6 eyes blinked back at him from his narrow face. "These humans are nothing," Crix said to his guards. "My grandfather conquered 12 worlds before breakfast. These creatures just learned to leave their planet." His second-in-command, Zek, nodded. "The Galactic Council says they have only basic space travel. No plasma weapons. No battle fleets. This will be easy." The ship landed on the platform in New York. Hundreds of humans waited below. Crix spotted their leader immediately. A man in a simple gray suit walked forward. No armor. No weapons. Just a smile. "Welcome to Earth," the man said. "I'm Jake Morrison, Earth's representative. We're happy to meet you." Crix almost laughed. The human extended his hand. What primitive greeting was this? Crix's people showed respect by bowing. The lower the bow, the more respect. "I am Ambassador Crix of the Zaphiran Empire," he announced. "I speak for the Galactic Council. You will bow." Jake Morrison kept his hand extended. "We shake hands on Earth. It's our custom." Crix's guards shifted. In the Galactic Council, refusing to bow meant challenge. It meant disrespect. It could mean war. A woman stepped forward from the human group. She wore a blue suit and had short black hair. "I'm Lisa Park, Diplomatic Corps. Maybe we can find a greeting that works for everyone." Crix's largest guard, Thok, moved toward her. "You dare speak without permission. You will bow now." Lisa Park didn't move. "We don't bow to anyone on Earth, but we're happy to learn about your customs." Thok reached for his weapon. In the Galactic Council, such defiance met with force. His 4 arms moved faster than human eyes could follow. The plasma stick hummed to life. What happened next surprised everyone. Lisa Park sidestepped smoothly. Her hand touched Thok's wrist. The giant guard flew through the air and landed on his back. His weapon clattered away. Lisa's expression never changed. "Sorry about that," she said calmly. "Reflexes. Are you hurt?" Thok jumped up, confused. No small creature had ever thrown him before. He lunged again. This time, Jake Morrison moved. He stepped between Thok and Lisa, catching the guard's 4 arms with just 2 hands. For a moment, they stood still. Then Jake pushed gently. Thok slid backward 10 feet. "Let's all stay calm," Jake said. "We're here to talk." Crix watched in shock. His guards were the strongest in the Zaphiran fleet. These humans wore no armor. They carried no weapons. Yet they moved like dancers and hit like mountains. "Stand down," Crix ordered his guards. He needed to think. The reports said humans were weak. The reports were wrong. "Thank you," Jake said. "Now, about that handshake." Crix found himself reaching out. The human's grip felt firm but friendly. Not aggressive. Not submissive. Just balanced. "We have food waiting inside," Lisa Park said. "Earth food. We hope you'll try some." As they walked into the building, Crix whispered to Zek, "Send word to the council. These humans are not what we expected." "Should we call for backup?" Zek asked. "Not yet. Let's see what else they're hiding." Inside the meeting room, Crix noticed something odd. No guards, no weapons on the walls. Just art, windows, and comfortable chairs. The humans acted like they had nothing to fear. "Before we begin," Jake Morrison said, "I should mention something. Earth prefers peaceful solutions. We've worked hard to appear civilized to the galaxy, but appearances can be deceiving." Crix leaned forward. Was this a threat? A warning? The human's face showed only politeness. "We hope," Jake continued, "that our new friendship with the Galactic Council will remain peaceful. We really do prefer it that way." For the first time in his long career, Ambassador Crix felt uncertain. These humans smiled too much. They apologized after defeating his guards. They spoke of peace while demonstrating strength. What exactly was Earth hiding? News traveled fast through the Galactic Council. Every species heard about Earth's strange behavior, weak but strong, peaceful but dangerous. The mystery grew. Captain Amy Johnson stood on the bridge of her ship, the United Earth Defense Vessel Horizon. She watched the stars and waited. 3 weeks had passed since Ambassador Crix's visit. Amy knew what would come next. "Captain, we have movement," her officer Pete Brown reported. 6 Varkarian ships approaching mining colony 7. Amy nodded. She'd expected this. The Varkarians always tested new species. They would raid, steal resources, and measure the response. It helped them decide who to conquer next. "Send the standard greeting," Amy ordered. "Warn them this is Earth territory." The Varkarian commander appeared on screen. His face looked like a bear mixed with a spider. 8 eyes glowed red. "Humans," he growled. "We claim this asteroid. Leave now or be destroyed." Amy kept her voice calm. "This colony has 3,000 human miners. We won't abandon them. Please respect our territory." The Varkarian laughed. His ships fired warning shots past the horizon. "All hands, defensive positions," Amy said quietly. Then to the Varkarians, "Last chance. Turn back now." More laughter. The alien ships moved to attack formation. Their weapons powered up. Amy sighed. "Execute pattern Delta 3. The horizon moved like water. Smooth, fast, impossible to predict. The ship danced between enemy fire. Not one shot hit its mark. Then the horizon fired back. Blue beams struck each Varkarian ship precisely. Engines died. Weapons went dark. Shields flickered off. In 30 seconds, 6 attack ships floated helpless in space. "Varkarian commander," Amy called. "Your crews are unharmed. We're sending repair drones to fix your engines. Please leave human space when repairs are complete." The commander stared in shock. No enemy had ever defeated his ships without killing. No one returned prisoners without demands. This made no sense. 2 days later, the Draconian Empire tried their luck. They sent 12 warships to attack a human transport near Mars. Captain Steve Miller handled that incident. Same result. Disabled ships. Confused aliens. No deaths. The pattern repeated across human space. The Zentari Horde raided a science station. The Kelvin Alliance attacked a trading post. Each time, humans responded with minimal force. Each time, attackers found themselves defeated but alive. In the Galactic Council chambers, arguments erupted. "They toy with us," shouted the Varkarian ambassador. "No," said Crix. "They hold back. The question is why." "Weakness," suggested the Draconian leader. "They fear real war." "You didn't see what I saw," Crix replied. "Their diplomat threw my strongest guard like a child's toy, then apologized and offered snacks." The council's military advisor, General Vorek, studied the reports. Every encounter shows the same thing. Humans use exactly enough force to win, never more. They disable but don't destroy. They capture but don't kill. "So?" asked the Zentari representative. "So they're sending a message," Vorek said. "They want us to know they can win without killing. But why? What warrior culture shows such restraint?" On Earth, Jake Morrison met with President Helen Sharp. Maps covered the table. Red dots marked each alien incursion. "They're testing us," Jake said. "Each attack grows bolder." Helen nodded. Amy Johnson reports the Varkarians sent 20 ships this time. Still wanted Colony 7. And she disabled all 20 in 4 minutes, sent them home with cookies. Jake almost smiled. The council will escalate. They see restraint as weakness. "I know." Helen looked tired. "How long before we have to show them the truth?" "Soon. The Draconians are massing a fleet. 200 ships." Helen stood and walked to the window. Earth looked peaceful below. Blue oceans, white clouds, no hint of the weapons hidden beneath. 400 years, she said. 400 years since we locked away the real weapons, since we chose to be civilized. The vote was unanimous, Jake reminded her. After the Mars incident, everyone agreed. Never again. Never again, Helen repeated. But they're going to force our hand, aren't they? Jake didn't answer. Outside, children played in parks. People went to work. Earth looked normal, peaceful, safe. The galaxy had no idea what slept beneath that peaceful surface. Jake hoped they never would. Officer Vex crawled through the air vent above Earth's data center. His 4 arms made climbing easy. His mission was simple: find Earth's military secrets, learn their weakness. The Zaphiran Empire paid well for information. Vex was their best spy. He'd stolen secrets from 50 worlds. Earth would be number 51. He dropped into the server room. No alarms. Too easy. Earth's security seemed like a joke. Vex plugged his device into the main computer. Numbers flashed across his screen. Files downloaded. Military data. Perfect. Back on his ship, Vex opened the files. Most were boring. Patrol schedules, food supplies, training manuals. Then he found a locked folder labeled Historical Archives. Restricted. Vex smiled. Restricted meant important. His code breaker went to work. The encryption was strange, more complex than expected. After 2 hours, it cracked. The first file was titled World War I. Vex started reading. His smile faded. Chemical weapons. Trenches filled with bodies. Millions dead. The numbers seemed wrong. Too big. He opened World War II. The numbers grew worse. Cities burned to ash. Atomic bombs. Entire populations erased. Vex felt cold. These were humans fighting humans. More files appeared. The nuclear age. Mutually assured destruction. The Mars incident. Each file showed weapons growing more terrible. Humanity seemed obsessed with building better ways to kill. Then Vex found video files from the year 2180, the Mars Colony Rebellion. He watched human ships fire strange weapons. Purple beams that made matter disappear. Bombs that created black holes. Fighters that moved through different dimensions. The death count made him sick. 3 million humans on Mars. All gone in 6 hours. Not conquered. Not captured. Erased. The next file was a government meeting from 2181. Vex watched human leaders argue. Scientists explained new weapons, planet killers, star bombs, something called a reality eraser. "We've gone too far," said one woman. "We're building weapons that could destroy the galaxy." "The Mars incident proves it," added a man. "We can't control these powers." The debate lasted days. Finally, they voted. Every nation agreed. Lock away the advanced weapons. Use only conventional technology. Pretend to be less advanced when meeting other species. Vex found the weapons list. His translator struggled with some terms. Quantum destabilizer. Dimensional ripper. Stellar collapse initiator. Each description was worse than the last. A final folder contained recent military tests, hidden facilities on Earth's moon, weapons that bent space and time, shields that nothing could penetrate. Vex watched a single human ship destroy an asteroid the size of a city. The weapon left no debris, just empty space. Vex disconnected his device. His hands shook. The Galactic Council thought humans were primitive. They were wrong, completely wrong. He started to leave, then stopped. More files had appeared. Analysis of Galactic Council military technology. Vex opened one. It compared alien weapons to human capabilities. The results terrified him. Zaphiran plasma cannons, equivalent to human weapons from 2075. Draconian battle fleets, comparable to Earth Navy circa 2090. Varkarian dreadnoughts, would last approximately 4.7 seconds against current human defense systems. A note at the bottom read, "Reminder, use only conventional weapons in all encounters. Maintain appearance of limited technology. Avoid arms race with galactic community." Vex ran for his ship. He had to warn the council. But would they believe him? The humans acted so peaceful, so weak. It was all pretend. All of it. As his ship left Earth's system, Vex sent his report to Ambassador Crix. Then he did something he'd never done before. He tagged it urgent. Extreme danger. The report ended with one line. "Do not attack Earth. They are not what they seem." On Earth, in a hidden bunker, General Tom Baker watched Vex's ship leave. Screens showed everything the spy had accessed. "Should we stop him?" asked his aide. Tom shook his head. "Let him go. Maybe now they'll understand. We don't want to use those weapons again. And if they don't listen." Tom looked at the locked vault door behind them. Beyond it slept humanity's real power. "Then we stop pretending." Ambassador Crix read Vex's report 3 times. He didn't want to believe it. Ancient human weapons that could destroy stars. Impossible. The spy must have found fake files. Propaganda. "The council has voted," said General Vorak. "We will show these humans real power." Crix felt uneasy. What about Vex's warning? "One spy's fear means nothing," Vorak replied. 3 fleets will attack their colony at New Haven. The humans will learn their place. The attack fleet gathered near Jupiter. 200 Draconian battleships, 100 Varkarian destroyers, 50 Zaphiran carriers. Together, they had conquered 1,000 worlds. On New Haven, Colonel Sam Davis watched the approaching ships. The colony held 40,000 humans, families, children, scientists working on terraforming projects. "Sir, should we evacuate?" asked his aide, Joe Turner. Sam shook his head. "No, that would show fear. Prepare standard defense protocol. Against 300 ships. We have 12 patrol vessels." "12 is enough," Sam said calmly. The alien fleet stopped just outside weapons range. General Vorak appeared on all human screens. "Humans of New Haven, you have 1 hour to surrender. We claim this world for the Galactic Council. Resist and be destroyed." Sam opened a channel to the fleet. "This is Colonel Sam Davis. New Haven is a peaceful colony. We ask you to leave." Vorak laughed. 12 ships against 300. Don't be foolish." "Please," Sam said. "We don't want to fight, but we will defend our people." The hour passed. Vorak gave the order. 300 ships fired at once. Plasma cannons, missile swarms, energy beams. The space around New Haven turned white with weapons fire. Then something strange happened. The human patrol ships moved in perfect formation. They created a pattern in space, a geometric shape. Suddenly, a blue shield appeared around the entire colony. Every alien weapon hit the shield and vanished. "Impossible," Vorak shouted. "No shield can stop that much firepower." The human ships kept moving. The shield grew brighter. Now it began to pulse. Each pulse sent a wave through space. Alien ships started shutting down. Engines died. Weapons went dark. Computers crashed. In 10 minutes, 300 warships floated helpless. Sam's face appeared on every alien screen. "Your crews are safe. We're sending repair ships. You'll be ready to leave in 6 hours." Vorak pounded his command chair. "What did you do? What weapon is this?" "It's not a weapon," Sam explained. "It's a defensive system. We prefer not to destroy, only to protect." On Earth, President Helen Sharp met with her military council. Reports came in from across human space. More attacks, bigger fleets. Each time, humans won without killing. "They're not learning," said General Mary Coleman. "Each defeat makes them angrier." Helen rubbed her temples. "How many ships this time?" 600 attacked Mining Station 12. Captain Bruce Lee stopped them all. Casualties? 0. On both sides. As always. Admiral Ken Wright leaned forward. Madam President, they're gathering a massive fleet near the Vega system. Our spies count over 2,000 ships. Helen stood. 2,000. All heading for Earth. They call it the Final Solution Fleet. The room fell silent. Everyone knew what this meant. The aliens wouldn't stop. They couldn't accept that humans were holding back. Prepare the warning, Helen ordered. The final warning, Mary asked. Yes, send it to every member of the Galactic Council. Make sure they understand. Jake Morrison wrote the message himself. Short, clear, no threats, just truth. To the Galactic Council, Earth has worked for peace. We have shown restraint. We have disabled your ships without killing. This is our final warning. Stop attacking, or we stop pretending to be cultured. You have 48 hours to recall your fleet. The message reached every alien leader. Most laughed. Some worried. A few, like Crix, felt real fear. General Vorik read it to his fleet. They threaten us. These weak humans dare threaten the combined might of the galaxy. His officers cheered. 2,000 ships continued toward Earth. They would arrive in 47 hours. On Earth, children played in parks. People went to work. Everything looked normal. But deep underground vault doors that hadn't opened in 400 years began to unlock. Deep beneath Mount Cheyenne, the United Earth Military Command gathered. 100 generals and admirals sat around a circular table. President Helen Sharp stood at the center. The weight of humanity's future pressed on every shoulder. On the wall screens, red dots showed the approaching alien fleet. 2,000 ships, 20 hours away. The deadline had passed. The aliens had ignored Earth's final warning. We need to vote, Helen said. Her voice stayed steady. General Mary Coleman stood first. Madam President, before we decide, everyone should understand what happens if we vote yes. She pressed a button. The screens changed. They showed weapon specifications, names that hadn't been spoken in 4 centuries, reality anchors, quantum erasers, dimensional collapse arrays. These aren't just weapons, Mary explained. They're nightmares we locked away. If we use them, we can never go back to being the peaceful species we've tried to become. Admiral Ken Wright raised his hand. What's our current defense status using conventional weapons? Colonel Fred Santos answered. Against 2,000 ships, we could win, but there would be casualties. First human deaths since the Pretense Protocol began. The Pretense Protocol, Helen repeated. 400 years of hiding our true capabilities. 400 years of choosing to be better than we were. Dr. Rachel Morris, head of the Ethics Committee, stood up. Her face looked pale. I spent my life studying why we made this choice. After the Mars incident, humanity saw what we'd become. Monsters with the power to break reality itself. She walked to the weapon displays. The reality anchor. It doesn't destroy. It removes things from existence. Past, present, future. As if they never were. We used it once. The Titan mining station. 50,000 people. Not dead. Never existed. Their families forgot them. History rewrote itself. Several officers looked sick. The younger ones had only read about these weapons. The older ones remembered. The vote is simple, Helen continued. Do we lift restrictions on Alpha-class weapons? Do we show the galaxy what humanity can really do? Or do we accept losses and fight with conventional weapons only? Captain Nancy Reed spoke up. They think we're weak. They'll keep coming until we show them the truth. But what truth? Asked Dr. Morris. That where the monsters our ancestors feared we'd become. General Chris Adams, the oldest officer present, slowly stood. His voice cracked. I was at Mars. I saw what we did. I pressed the button that erased New Sydney. 3 million people. My finger, my choice. I still see their faces, except I don't, because they never existed. The room fell silent. Helen looked around the table. We vote now, all in favor of lifting restrictions. Hands rose, slowly, Reluctantly, Helen counted. 47. All opposed. More hands. 53. Helen nodded. The restrictions remain. We fight with conventional weapons only. Admiral Wright stood quickly. Madam President, we'll have casualties. Human deaths. Yes, Helen said, but we'll keep our souls. Suddenly, alarms blared. On the screens, something strange appeared. A single human ship had left Earth. Small, unarmed. It flew directly toward the alien fleet. What ship is that? Helen demanded. The communication officer looked confused. Unknown, ma'am. It's broadcasting on all frequencies. Someone named Captain Bill Taylor. I don't know any Captain Taylor, Admiral Wright said. That's not a military vessel. On screen, the mystery ship stopped directly in the path of the alien fleet. 2,000 warships against one tiny vessel. Captain Taylor's face appeared on every screen, human and alien. People of Earth, he said calmly. Leaders of the Galactic Council. My name is Captain Bill Taylor. I'm nobody special. Just a human who believes in doing what's right. He smiled. You've forced our hand, but not how you think. Watch carefully. This is 1% of our actual capability. The small ship began to glow. Space itself seemed to bend around it. In the command center, Dr. Morris gasped. That's not possible. He's activating a reality anchor. Those are all locked away. Helen's face went white. Who is Captain Bill Taylor? On the screens, 2,000 alien ships suddenly stopped. Frozen, trapped in space and time. Taylor's voice continued. This is your final lesson. We chose to be civilized. Don't make us choose differently. Captain Bill Taylor sat alone in his small ship. Around him, 2,000 alien vessels hung frozen in space. Not moving, not firing. Trapped like insects in amber. The reality anchor held them perfectly still. In the alien fleet, General Vorak tried to move. Nothing worked. His body wouldn't respond. His crew stood like statues. Only their eyes could move. Only their minds could think. They could watch. They could fear. But they couldn't act. On Earth, President Helen Sharp shouted at her screens. Who is this man? How did he get that weapon? General Mary Coleman typed frantically. No record of any Captain Bill Taylor in our databases. That ship isn't one of ours. Deep in the archives, Dr. Rachel Morris found the answer. Oh no, Taylor. William Taylor. He was the scientist who created the reality anchor. He disappeared after the Mars incident. Helen spun around. Disappeared? What do you mean? He blamed himself for how the weapons were used. Said humanity wasn't ready. Then he vanished. That was 400 years ago. That's impossible. No one lives that long. On the screens, Taylor continued speaking. His voice reached every planet in the Galactic Council. I want you to understand something, he said. This device I'm using. It's one of our earliest weapons. We created it by accident while trying to develop better space drives. Watch what it can do. One alien ship suddenly vanished. Not destroyed. Not exploded. Just gone. As if it had never existed. The space where it had been was empty. Even the memories of it started to fade from alien minds. That ship had 800 crew members, Taylor continued. Don't worry. I didn't erase them. I moved them to a safe place. They'll return when this is over. He turned his ship to face Earth. To my fellow humans, I apologize. I know we voted to stay civilized. But these aliens need to see the truth. Just once. Just enough to understand. Another alien ship disappeared. Then another. Taylor wasn't attacking. He was demonstrating. Each vanished ship reappeared moments later, far from the battle. We have weapons that break physics, Taylor explained. Devices that ignore the laws of reality. We could conquer the galaxy in days. We choose not to. In the Galactic Council chambers, Ambassador Crix watched in horror. Other representatives had gathered, all watching the same broadcast, all seeing their greatest fleet made helpless by one human in a tiny ship. "We created things that should not exist," Taylor continued. "Star killers, planet erasers, weapons that delete entire solar systems from history. After Mars, we realized we'd gone too far." He showed images, Earth's moon, hidden facilities, weapons beyond imagination, a device that could collapse an entire dimension, a bomb that would unravel time itself. We sealed them away. We voted to be better, to use only simple weapons, to disable, not destroy, to protect, not conquer. The alien fleet began to move again. Taylor had released them. They floated free but weaponless. Their systems remained dark. "Go home," Taylor said. "Tell your people what you saw here. One ship, one weapon, 1% of our power. Imagine if we used it all." General Vorik's communications came back online. His voice shook. You could destroy us all." "Yes," Taylor replied simply. "We could. We choose not to. That's what makes us civilized. Not our technology. Our choice not to use it." Taylor's ship began broadcasting coordinates, safe routes home for every alien vessel, repair instructions for their systems, even supplies for the journey. "We'll fix your ships," Taylor said, "give you food, send you home in peace, because that's what civilized people do. But please, don't make us show you what uncivilized humans can accomplish." On Earth, Helen Sharp finally understood. Taylor wasn't a rogue captain. He was humanity's insurance policy, a guardian left behind to demonstrate their truth if needed. "Recall our fleet," Helen ordered. "Let them go home." As the alien ships limped away, Taylor's vessel disappeared. No one saw where it went, but his message echoed across the galaxy. Humanity had stopped pretending. Just for a moment. Just enough. The galaxy would not forget. The Galactic Council chambers stood packed. Every member species had sent representatives. No one spoke. They waited for Earth's ambassador. The demonstration had changed everything. Lisa Park entered wearing a simple blue suit. No guards. No weapons. Just a human with a tablet. She walked to the center platform where mighty conquerors usually stood in armor. "Thank you for coming," she began. "I'm here to tell you Earth's true history. You deserve to know why we hide our power." The screens behind her lit up. Ancient images appeared. Earth in the year 2100. Cities reaching the clouds. Ships exploring nearby stars. "We were proud," Lisa said. "Too proud. We thought technology made us gods. We built weapons because we could, not because we should." The images change. Wars. Destruction. Entire continents burning. The Third World War started over water rights. It ended with both sides using quantum weapons. Australia disappeared. Not destroyed. Erased. 25 million people never existed. Their children, grandchildren, all future generations, gone. Crix leaned forward. Other aliens shifted uncomfortably. "We didn't stop," Lisa continued. "The arms race moved to space. Every nation wanted bigger weapons. By 2150, we had devices that could destroy stars. We tested one on an empty system. The explosion was visible from other galaxies. New images appeared. The Mars colony. 3 million humans living in domed cities. Mars declared independence in 2180. Earth's government said no. The war lasted 6 hours. When it ended, Mars was still there. But everyone on it had been removed from reality. Their families on Earth forgot them. History rewrote itself. As far as the universe knew, humans had never colonized Mars. The Varkarian ambassador stood. How is such power possible? Lisa touched her tablet. Equations filled the screens. Complex physics. Higher mathematics. We discovered that reality has layers. Like a book has pages. We learned to edit those pages. Delete words. Rewrite chapters. The reality anchor you saw. It holds pages still. Other weapons tear pages out. She showed more weapons. each more terrible than the last. The dimensional ripper creates holes between universes. The quantum eraser deletes matter at the subatomic level. The temporal shredder removes things from the timeline. We built them all. We used some of them. The chamber grew colder. Several species had fought wars. None had created weapons this horrific. In 2181, humanity held a vote. Every nation, every colony, every human above age 16. The question was simple. Should we keep these weapons? Lisa paused. The vote was unanimous. 12 billion humans said no. We locked everything away. We chose to use only conventional technology. When we met other species, we decided to appear less advanced. We didn't want to start another arms race. General Vorak spoke up. But you kept the weapons. You didn't destroy them. We couldn't, Lisa admitted. Some of these technologies can't be uninvented. Others might be needed if something threatened all life in the galaxy. So we hid them. We created guardians like Bill Taylor to watch over them. She showed a final image. Earth from space, blue and green and beautiful. For 400 years, we've pretended to be weaker. We've ended conflicts without killing. We've shown mercy to every attacker. Not because we're soft, because we remember what we almost became. The Draconian Emperor stood. And if we hadn't listened, if we'd ignored your warning. Lisa's face grew serious. Then we would have stopped pretending. The weapons would have activated. The galaxy would have learned why Earth chose peace. No one would have enjoyed that lesson. She stepped down from the platform. We don't want to be conquerors. We don't want to be feared. We want friends, equals, partners in exploring the universe. But we need you to understand. Earth's mercy is a choice, not a weakness. The council sat in silence. Finally, Crix spoke. We understand now. Earth doesn't avoid war because you can't fight. You avoid war because you fight too well. Lisa smiled sadly. Exactly. We've seen what we become in war. We prefer who we are in peace. The vote for a formal peace treaty with Earth was unanimous. For the first time in galactic history, every species agreed on something. They were all terrified of making humans uncivilized. 5 years passed. The galaxy changed in ways no one expected. The peace treaty with Earth became the foundation for something greater. The Galactic Council transformed from a group of competing empires into true allies. Ambassador Crix stood in the New York spaceport. His blue skin reflected the morning sun. Beside him, Jake Morrison smiled. They had become friends. Real friends. Remember our first meeting? Jake asked. You wanted me to bow. Crix laughed. His 6 eyes crinkled with humor. I was a fool. I thought strength meant dominance. You taught us better. Across the galaxy, things were different now. The Varkarians, once the most aggressive raiders, now ran the largest rescue service. Their ships, built for war, saved lives instead. When the Centauri sun showed signs of instability, Varkarian crews evacuated 3 planets. The Draconians turned their weapons factories into research centers. They worked with human scientists on medical technology. Diseases that had plagued the galaxy for millennia found cures. The Draconian Emperor himself visited children's hospitals, bringing hope where there had been fear. At Earth's Luna base, representatives from 50 species worked together. The Universal Defense Council met monthly, not to plan wars, but to prevent them. When the hive mind invasion threatened from another galaxy, the response was coordinated and unified. General Mary Coleman, now head of the council, explained their success. We learned from Earth. Minimum force, maximum mercy. It works. A hive mind, expecting easy conquest, found a united galaxy. Every species contributed. Humans shared defensive technologies, shields that couldn't be broken, weapons that disabled without killing. The invasion ended in 3 days. The hive mind requested membership in the council. In schools across the galaxy, children learned new history. The story of Earth's choice became required reading. Young Zaphirians, Varkarians, and humans studied together. They learned that true strength came from restraint. Lisa Park, now Earth's senior ambassador, visited these schools often. She told the story again and again, how humans nearly destroyed themselves, how they chose to be better, how they hid their power to protect others. We kept our promise, she told a mixed class of younglings. We stayed civilized. And look what happened. The galaxy chose civilization too. One small Varkarian raised a clawed hand. But the weapons still exist. Lisa nodded. They do. Hidden. Guarded. We hope they're never needed. What if bad people come? The child asked. Then we stop pretending. Lisa said simply. But only as much as needed. Only to protect. Never to conquer. The warning had become a saying across known space. Don't make the humans stop being cultured. Parents said it to misbehaving children. Diplomats whispered it during tough negotiations. It reminded everyone that civilization was a choice. Captain Bill Taylor never appeared again. Some said he died. Others believed he still watched from hidden places. Once a year, on the anniversary of the demonstration, a small ship would appear near Earth. It would broadcast 2 words, "Still watching." Then it would vanish. Earth shared much with the galaxy. Better engines, medical advances, food production methods. But the super weapons remained locked away. The vote hadn't changed. 12 billion human voices still said no. In the council chambers, a new statue stood. Not a warrior, not a conqueror, a simple human in a suit, hand extended in greeting. The plaque read, "Strength through mercy, power through restraint, the human way." Crix visited Earth often now. He learned to enjoy coffee. He played with human children in parks. He saw what humans protected so fiercely, not their power, their peace. On his final day as ambassador, Crix shook Jake Morrison's hand one last time. "Thank you," Crix said, "for showing us there's another way." Jake smiled. "Thank you for listening." Not everyone would have. As Crix's ship left Earth, he looked back at the blue planet. So small, so powerful, so determined to be kind. The galaxy had learned its most important lesson. The most dangerous species in the universe had chosen to be its most civilized, and that choice had saved them all. The universe was safer because Earth had warned them. Safer because humanity had chosen peace. Safer because everyone now understood the price of making humans uncivilized. The warning worked. The peace held. The galaxy thrived.